Welcome to Boys episode 123, or as I like to say, 1, 2, 3, and I come with the wicked. What do you got?
I got 1, 2, 3, take my hand, come with me, 'cause you look so fine, and I really want to make you mine.
Oh, what a great band.
I know, right?
What a classic band, that Jet.
Yeah, what, that one record?
Whatever happened to Jet?
2005.
That's true. Good one.
1 year.
They had, what was that song called?
Are You Gonna Be My Girl?
Okay. What was their second hit called?
They had two?
Cold Hard Bitch!
Oh, that was a good one.
That song will live in infamy at hockey arenas.
What happened to that era? There was that era. It was like 1 year of like hives, vines, all that shit.
Well, it's like they took the Strokes and mixed it with like AC/DC or, I don't know, Bob Seger, something.
It's like neo garage rock, I think is what they call it.
With like a butt rock twist.
Yeah,
with
a butt rock twist.
We're going to get right to the episode, but first, just a little bit of business. BoysPodcast.com. It's a hub of all things boys. There you will find links to our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and more, as well as a golden donate button. Smash that button. Give us some bucks. BoysPodcast.com.
Boys Podcast is available on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, YouTube, wherever you watch your or listen to your fucking podcast.
Yeah!
Please rate, review, subscribe, share that shit.
Email us at boys@boyspodcast.com. Put your physical address in the bottom of the email. We'll send you out some stickers. Appreciate the email so far. Keep them coming. boys@boyspodcast.com.
Thanks to our sponsors, Fat Bison, fatbison.com. Good wood from a good man with a good heart. Let him make you something made out of wood. Anthem Brewing, anthembrewing.com. Delicious beers for you and your friends. Hey, guess what? It's fall. The weather's getting nice. You know what's nice? A nice dark beer on tap at the tap room. Go check them out. anthembrewing.com.
Welcome back, Anthem. Thank you so much. Lastly, thank you for the donations and feedback. I'm doing a little dance over here. I'm so pumped. I love this.
Bang!
I love being here with you. I have definitely not done cocaine. Thanks for the donations and feedback. Keep them coming. Tell a friend. Word of mouth's everything. Blah, blah, blah. You know the drill. Here's episode 123. So, Josh, I got an interesting package today.
Yeah?
And I have its contents in my lap. And I'm going to hold this up. And I need the first word that comes to mind when I hold this up, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to give you a hint.
Yeah.
It's an article of clothing.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Wife beater.
Okay. I needed to order some of these. My sister's wedding is this weekend.
Hold on. I thought it was like a Halloween costume, because why in the world would any person wear a wife beater? And that's what I'm calling it. I don't care about the PC police.
I learned something.
What's that?
They're called A-tanks.
Yes, they've always been called A-shirts.
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 This says tanks. Yeah.
You know why? Because if you lay it on a bed, it's the shape of an A without the top.
It's more of like a U with a fat bottom.
But, you know, the T-shirt looks like a T.
Oh.
A-shirt. But see, there's no top of the A. But that's, I'm assuming that's, or maybe for A for athletic.
Yeah, I mean, any shirt could be an athletic shirt if you think about it. No, my sister's wedding is this weekend. And I got the pants I have to wear. I'm a best man at a wedding.
Best man.
I'm a fucking best man for the first time ever. Or maybe Matt Street. I'm sorry. Was I the best man at your wedding? Or was I just a groomsman? I think I was just a groomsman. One of the best men. So I got the pants. We have to wear a white button-up shirt.
Okay. I was going to say, I'm wearing fucking dicky pants pulled all the way up to my belly, and I'm just going to wear that A shirt.
And then a flannel with just the top button.
Yeah.
Some glasses, a bandana. No. So I had to get a white button-up shirt. We're going to wear a tie, all that jazz. No jackets, which is cool. We're like rolling the sleeves up. It's going to be warm outside, so proper. So I tried on the shirt I had to buy, which is just a H&M white button-up long sleeve shirt. They're awful thin.
Very thin, yeah.
You could see some things through the front on each side of the buttons.
Your tits?
Yes.
You wear an undershirt.
Well, I didn't want to do the undershirt because I don't like the sleeve line.
Yeah, you can
see. You know what I'm talking
shirt.
about?
Yeah.
Where you can see the short sleeve line. Nothing screams substitute teacher or court day. You know what I mean? Nothing screams having to see the judge.
Yeah, like a white T-shirt
underneath.
Yeah.
So I thought, you know what? I'm going to kick it old school with a wife beater underneath. I think it might look cool. Now, from here on out, I will not use the WB word anymore. I think it is pretty dated and terrible, but I thought it was funny because, of course, the first thing I put into Amazon is WIFEB autofill beater comes up.
Wife beater.
But, of course, Hanes isn't like, 3-pack of wife beaters, $7.99. They call it an A shirt. So, from here on out.
So... I've always wanted to wear those underneath the dress shirt because of the same reason, but I always felt that I would end up looking gross.
Do you think that would look
like a
do you
Coke
think it's gonna
dealer?
Look gross?
No. I always thought that I would look like a Coke dealer or something. But I've seen people do it all the fucking time. People wear them underneath T-shirts even.
Yep.
I don't know why. Maybe for tit reasons. I'm not sure.
I actually got a size smaller than I probably should have got. It's like the poor man's Spanx.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Suck it all in.
Just keep it nice and taut.
Nice and taut.
Yeah.
They're long.
Are they?
Yeah. I haven't worn one in a long time.
I'm going to be doing some tucking,
mm-hmm.
so we're good.
Tuck it up.
I'm excited.
So when I was a kid, you that's the term I've heard for that my entire life.
Oh, yeah. That's what I thought they were literally labeled as.
Me too. But here's the thing. I'd never put two and two together when I was a kid. I didn't know it was a wife beater, like a person who beat his wife. I just thought that's wife beater, like that's...
What do you mean? I figured it was a shirt that was worn by a man that beat his wife.
I did not know that when I was a kid. I thought that it was a word someone made up, like wife beater.
I see.
Like what's a wife beater? And they're like, oh, it's a white trash guy who lives in a trailer, beats the shit out of his wife. What does he wear? One of those tank tops.
See, for some reason, and this is just going to expose my racism,
mm-hmm.
as a kid, when I heard the term wife beater, I would always picture a hairy Italian man with like gold rings on, a gold chain, basically Carl from Aqua Teen.
Yeah.
And he had his wife beater on. It had spaghetti stains on the front. He's, come here, bitch. You know? So that just goes to show where my head's at with all of that. I haven't bought those in years.
Yeah.
I used to wear them all the time. Back in like the 90s, I'd wear like my thrift store work shirt, your mechanic shirt with the A shirt underneath.
Sure.
I almost said it. With the A shirt underneath, unbuttoned a little bit,
mm-hmm.
let it show. Let those 3 Homer Simpson chest hairs pop out the top.
There's different kinds of WB A shirts. Mm-hmm. There's the classic Hanes that you have here,
mm-hmm.
and then there are the ones that the straps are a little more prominent. They're thicker, you know?
Yeah.
And then the chest opening isn't circular. It's more of like a straight line.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know what those are called.
I call them the 80s detective. Like, you know, like the...
You're going to have to show me an example of this
after
we're done.
Yeah, the down and out detective who wakes up and drinks Jack Daniels straight from the bottle. And,
he's like in a hotel room. There's some pills on the table.
Yeah, but he's like, he wears the same clothes all the time. It's usually like a button-up Hawaiian shirt or something, but you got to pop that off and he's just wearing one of those A shirts underneath it.
Now I see it.
And he's got he's in the fucking holster, gun holster around.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm seeing it now. You brought it back.
When I was a kid, I wanted nothing more than to have a fucking over-the-shoulder gun holster. I thought that was the coolest fucking thing.
So dope. I think the bass player from Interpol wore one.
Yeah, as like a fashion accessory.
Because they kind of dressed, I don't know, for lack of a better term, kind of Nazi-ish. Or I always got like a Nazi vibe from them.
Hugo Boss, 1940s kind of a vibe.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure their bass player wore one of no gun inside, of course. Can't bring a gun to it.
Cell phone holder.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure, looking back, he was wearing that. Or maybe it was some kind of weird guitar strap. But I want to say that he wore that. That's a pretty cornball accessory.
Yeah.
To wear if you're in a band.
Yeah.
If you're a detective.
Yeah. Or a private investigator of some sort.
Yeah. Go for it. But I don't know. So I want to get on with the show here.
On with the Borefield.
But we got to give a shout out to Curtis. Curtis sent us a really nice note via our Facebook Messenger. And he said, "Hey guys, just wanted to say I love the show. I discovered it a couple weeks ago and I've binged 50 episodes so far." Which I got to hand it to you, Curtis. 50 episodes of Boys in a couple of weeks?
Yeah.
Dope.
That means a bunch a day.
A lot of us. A lot of mediocre podcast. No, we're great. He said, "I'm in Iraq and things have been slowing down," which is, I guess that's a good sign.
That's a good sign.
MAGA. So I've had a lot of free time.
Mm-hmm.
Curtis, thank you. We responded to you. We had a little conversation.
Yeah.
Fellow Okie, thank you so much, Curtis. Tell a couple Iraqis about boys while you're over there. Spread the word.
Yeah, they may enjoy it.
Appreciate you, man. Really appreciate you.
Hey, do you have a physical address so we can mail stuff to you at your base or wherever you're stationed?
Or back home. We'll be waiting on you like a beautiful young woman.
We'll send you some stuff.
Yeah, hit us up, man. Thank you so much. So I've been having this dream, a recurring dream that has now turned into an obsession.
Do tell.
Well, I don't think I've talked about this on the show, but if I have, tell me.
Mm-hmm.
I had this dream about a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, that I was fronting a country cover band.
You have not brought this to my attention.
Okay.
That makes sense, though.
As a boy, I was into punk rock and rock and roll, bands like Jet.
Yeah.
And my dad was always like, Robbie, you should do country. You should be a country singer. You have this low voice when you sing. Maybe you call it a baritone. I don't know. But he said, you're missing your calling, young man. And I've always liked country. I grew up on 80s and 90s country. And I had this dream that's probably 2 months ago at this point, that I was fronting a country cover band. Now we weren't like Hicks. We were like us.
Right.
So we had like this, I don't know, normal dude. I don't know what you'd call me. Just a guy.
Were you wearing joggers and like a tie-dye t-shirt?
No.
That would be dope.
I was dressed a little country,
but a little bit rock and roll.
A little bit rock and roll. And I was playing my big black jumbo acoustic guitar, and I had a cowboy hat on, but I still had my long hair. I still had my mustache, and I was kind of dressed, kind of country, I guess, like maybe a pearl snap. Let's say that.
Sure.
Some jeans, maybe some boots. Some of them boots.
So that's every 90s country guy.
Right.
Like your Alan Jackson. You didn't like, it wasn't tucked in with like a big ass buckle.
No.
You weren't Brooks in it.
No.
More like an Alan Jackson-y.
Yeah.
Denim jacket, unbuttoned pearl snap.
Yeah. So I'm playing my guitar and I'm singing and you're playing the drums.
Oh shit.
Yeah. We had a keyboard player who was just tinkling those ivories. Is that what you say?
Yeah, you tinkle them.
You tinkle the ivories?
Tickle
the ivories.
Yeah.
You'll tinkle them.
And she was pissing all over that synthesizer.
No, it was like our Fender Rhodes.
Ooh,
yeah, and
nice.
I just remember like he was kind of a faceless character in the dream, but he had long hair and he was just like getting it. And then we had a bass player, and on lead guitar was Mr. Aaron Pierce, our coworker.
He'd be really good.
Who is a phenomenal guitar player. Yeah. One of the best I've ever met. Probably the best guitar player I've ever met in my life in person that I know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, he was ripping it. And we had a faceless bass player. I don't remember who was playing bass. Maybe I can't. Anyways.
Mystery man.
So I was thinking about this and I was like, man, I'm past the point of starting some band in my life. But how fun would it be to get together with your buddies, your boys, and maybe start a country cover band that played at parties or bars and stuff, but we weren't like real country dudes up there singing about red dirt and all. Yeah. No, we just covered classic 80s and 90s country songs. So, having said that, I want to make a list.
Okay.
We need the top 10 80s and 90s country songs that Robbie Ray and the boys, that's got a ring to it.
Does.
Would cover.
I mean, first things, for 40-hour-a-week Alabama, that's like, to me, that's hands down.
Okay, is that going to make the list? I'm going to write it down. We got 40-hour
put
week.
It on there.
Okay.
You can cross them out if you want.
Yeah, we will.
Cross them out.
So the one in the dream, the dream was the end of the set. And there, it was actually one song, and then we took a big applause break, and then we had one last song. And it was The Dance by Garth Brooks. But I don't know if that's really going to make the list. I don't know if that's a crowd pleaser. It's a good song.
No, if you're going to go Brooks, I would say Ain't Going Down Till the Sun Comes Up.
That might be a little bit of a deep cut, though.
Is it? I figured that's like one of the big hits.
It is.
To me, that's a song that's when you throw it right in the middle of the set. Yeah. Be like, we ain't done, bitch. Let's
Right.
bump it up.
Right.
Yeah, kick it up a
Came
notch.
here to rock this bitch.
Yeah.
I was thinking if it's going to go Garth, I was thinking like the Thunder Rolls, but that's not a party song. See, I want these songs to be upbeat. I want people scooting in their boots.
You don't want to you want to be somber, sad bastard country. You want party.
Right.
Country party.
Party.
So like Chattahoochee.
Okay, that was the other song in the Dream. We close with Chattahoochee, and it's got that sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a good one.
It's a great lick.
Gets the boots scooting. That's a good one.
I think Chattahoochee definitely makes the list. What else we got? What are your classic songs?
What is that? What the fuck is that?
Achy Breaky Heart? Oh no. Keep Your Hands to Yourself.
Yeah.
By the Georgia Satellites.
That one. Yeah. Is that 90s or 80s?
I think so. I think it's like early 90s. Man.
Again, most of my country goes to just straight up Alabama. So, I'm in a hurry as a classic, but that might be a little too on the pop side.
All right. What about, we have Chattahoochee, so we got our Alan Jackson covered. I think we should make a sub rule, no double doozies.
No double dippies.
Yeah.
George Strait.
Damn, there are so many good George Strait songs that it would be hard
to pick the one.
Yeah. Because I want to do like one of my personal favorites, Amarillo by Morning.
It's a good one.
It's a great song. There's also The Chair. Do you remember that George Strait song?
No.
Oh, it's such a great George Strait song.
Chair.
It's not a party anthem. It's not a rockin' song, but it's so good. You got, If I Hurry, I Can Still Make Cheyenne. Classic.
Yeah.
Classic. You got the Fireman. Well, they call me the Fireman. That's my name. Making my rounds all over town, putting out old flames.
So you already got the voice.
Dude, that wasn't
That's
even
a good one. It says this, or is that Randy Travis? Digging Up Bones?
That's Randy Travis. That's a good one, though.
So what's the, I saw the light, I've been
baptized by the fire in
one.
your touch. That is Brooks and Dunn, Brand New Man.
That's on the list.
That's definitely on the list.
Because the harmonies.
But would that overcome Boot Scoot Boogie? Or do we not want to get into that played out stuff?
Maybe no played out stuff.
Because I think Boot Scoot and Boogie's kind of played out.
Yeah.
It's a great song.
Boot Scoot and Boogie is the Don't Stop Believing of country music.
I can see that.
And Friends in Low Places is the Africa.
Right. Yeah. No party. No Jimmy Buffett-esque.
No.
Two pina coladas or whatever the shit that was.
No.
Man, I love 90s country so much.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Dwight Yoakam.
Oh, the yoke.
I'm thinking John Anderson.
John Anderson swinging.
Swinging fucking rules.
It's probably...
Or Straight Tequila Night.
I think swinging might be one of my favorite songs of all time.
Really?
Like it's one of those, not maybe my personal favorite, like the song's the shit. It'll go down forever. It'll forever be in my memory as like one of the first songs I remember getting into as a kid. Like being a little kid and listening to the swinging and just thinking like, this song is cool.
Yeah, but he's talking about fucking.
Yep.
Like straight up country muff pounding.
I can't believe I'm out here on the front porch in a swing finger banging. That's what that song is.
Banging. I love John Anderson. He is my favorite country artist. He fucking rules. He has so many good songs. You got Seminole Wind.
Oh, that's a good one.
You can't fuck with that. No. You got Swingin'. You got Straight Tequila Night. You got Chicken Truck. You've got all of these amazing songs.
You really are a fan. But I think it's your dad listened to country music. My mom listened to solely Alabama.
Yeah. Well, I grew up with my dad and me on his what's that called? Bench seat.
I was gonna say penis.
A penis? Bench seat
of his truck. Yeah.
With
single cab.
Yep. With the tape case in between us. He had one of those like 30 up tape cases where you'd put the actual cassette with the case
like
in
the
there.
Plastic shelled inside.
Yeah. And I would just look through those, and I bet he still has those in his in his closet somewhere.
Making a comeback.
Dude. Oh my God, John Anderson rules. There's so many more. We could go on and on. What I would love is for people to email boys@boyspodcast.com and help us curate this perfect list, because I'm going to tell you this. if we made the perfect list, I will start this band. But you have to be in it.
I'll play drums.
Will you do it?
I'll do it.
Promise?
Drums or bass, one of the two, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. If we could find a drummer, bass would be great. Whatever we need.
Yeah.
You could shift around.
Oh, I know a lot of good. Here's the thing with country musicians is I've got a lot of friends who play. They are gun for hire musicians that do a lot of country bands, and they're either drummers or bassists. And one of them was ill, and he called me. He's like, "Hey man, are you free Saturday night?" I'm like, "This Saturday?" He's like, "Yeah, yeah. Why?" "Oh, I'm not be able to play this gig. Would you want to do it? It's a paying gig." I was like, "Sure." And then he's like, "Cool, I'll send you the set list." And he sent it to me, and it was like 40 songs that I knew maybe 5 of them.
Yeah.
And I was like, "I can't learn this shit."
Right.
Like, how do you do this? Like, "Oh, it's easy. You just like, nope. I don't know the Nashville number set. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know any of that." Like,
the thing is, though, I think with country, you have to have a killer lead player.
yeah.
So that's going to be because I want to be rhythm and singing.
Yeah,
I want to be rhythm guitar, maybe acoustic, maybe electric, and singing.
Yeah.
I want to be true to the song. Like, I don't want to punk them up, or I don't want to like rock them out.
They had to be authentic.
Yes, like with the harmonies. Will we have fiddle players? Maybe not. You know,
lap steel if you can find one.
That'd be fucking dope. But what I'm thinking is your classic singer, acoustic guitar, electric player, bass, drummer, keyboard player.
Yeah.
5-piece band, maybe 3-part harmonies. There's so many country songs. I mean, we haven't even talked about Travis Tritt.
Ooh.
Here's a quarter.
Call someone who cares.
We're talking about Tim McGraw. But, okay, I want to do Indian Outlaw.
That's a good one.
I know it's frowned upon these days.
It's problematic, but
it's a fucking awesome song.
It's a good one.
Or I would say Don't Take the Girl, but that's a fucking bummer, dude.
That's the biggest bummer. I still, to this day, if I hear that on the radio, I cry. I don't know what it is.
It's a good song. I remember recording it off of a boombox at my grandparents' house because I loved it and I wanted to learn the lyrics. So I recorded it from like, KXY or whatever and just played it over and over. And I wrote down the lyrics and then I would sit in my room because I lived with my grandparents at the time. I would sit in my room and read that song and the tears.
It's one of those. It's just one of those things, man. It'll hit you in a weird way.
I got another fucking killer song.
What you got?
Diamond Rio, Meet in the Middle. I'll start walking your way. You start walking mine. We meet in the middle.
Yep.
That fucking killer song. It's a killer song. There are so many songs. Joe Diffie, Pickup Man.
I'm not sure if I'm
Something
familiar.
Women Like About a Pickup Man.
Mm-mm.
You can set my truck on fire, roll it down a hill.
Oh, that one? That's that one?
Yeah.
But also a
fucking great.
Yeah.
I don't want to do like the Achy Breaky Heart or anything like that. But damn, there are so many fucking good songs. Yeah, email us, Boys of Boys Podcast. Help us curate this list. I'd love to hear what you have to think. Shanna, I know you're listening. I know you like country.
She'll have like 2 set lists.
Okay, and you know what? She's also Native American.
No.
Can we get a pass on Indian Outlaw?
Yeah.
I need to know.
And Seminole Wind.
And if no, Seminole Wind's fine.
Is it?
Indian Outlaw is a little worse than Seminole Wind.
Yeah, well, because it's what do they call? What's that word they use? Is it objectifying female Native American?
Well, Tim McGraw, from what I understand, is Native American.
Well, then it's fine. Then
but we are not.
No.
So I need the line drawn in the sand. It'll be fine. But yeah, so many good songs.
So, but this has been this was a recurring dream.
Well, it was a dream, and then I dreamed about it again, but not with the band, just about doing it. And then and now it's become kind of a daydream.
So it's almost like like they don't do them anymore, but like the mini series, like the Elvis and Me, that kind of thing, where it's like the first part is the band, and then next week you'll see the second episode, and it's you in the studio.
Yep.
Yeah, I got the headphones on. We'll do that.
I think it'd be great. I think if we really honed our skills and really practiced, that we could get paid.
You'd be the My So-Called Band of pop country.
Josh, you fucking nailed it. That's exactly what I was thinking the other day when I was daydreaming about it. I was like, My So-Called Band, they do it right. They're good. Yeah. Talented group of people. Yeah. Don't know them personally, but I've seen them several times.
They don't do anything to take away from the song. They don't try to make it modern, or this is how the song sounds. So we're going to do it to the T.
Now, I want to have fun with it.
Sure.
I'm not saying we have to get up there and be serious, but it's like I want to give it its due.
Yeah, the music needs to be
spot on.
Spot on.
Yeah.
Don't fuck it up.
So that's my dream. Been having it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other dream that I had the other day, not even a dream, more of a daydream. I was thinking to myself, okay, when I was a kid, or maybe a young man, when you heard the term porno music.
Yeah. There's
the wah-wah guitar.
Yeah. Which is funny. I was thinking about this the other day because I'm watching this television series called The Deuce, and it's based in like the 1970s New York prostitution going into pornographic movies. And I remember, finding an old VHS tapes of porn, and they're based in the 70s. Never once did I hear.
I can vaguely remember some of the very first porn I ever saw, which was a friend of mine's older brother's, and it was probably like early 80s porn, and I do remember some like funk guitar in it.
Yeah, but it's like they anytime you see it like parodied or talked about, it's like over the top Seinfeld bass and like a
totally
just overwhelm.
But nowadays you don't really hear much music in porn. This is the porn. It opens up with the girl standing there in a hallway.
And there's like some like overbed of synth or whatever.
Yeah, and she does a little titty show or whatever you want to call it.
A little titty show.
Whatever you want to call it. And then,
hey, baby, okay, we're going to do the first open. You're going to do a little titty show. You're going to dance around.
Just wiggle your ass back and forth. Give us the little titty show.
And then we're going to do you're going to go against the wall. You're going to put your arm against the wall, put your butt out. We're going to do a couple of tight butt shots.
Spread your cheeks. You know this isn't your first titty show. But, but there is music sometimes.
Yeah.
But what's funny is anytime I notice porn music, it's like terrible. It just sounds like garage band loops.
It probably is.
And I'm sure that's what it is. So that's my point I'm getting at here. How do you break into the porn music scene these days? Because you know what? I've got a MIDI controller. I've got garage
There's
band.
a porn music scene.
Could you do that? Like,
is there a guy in a studio like with headphones on, like just going fuck? With like the you see like the people do voiceovers and they have like the giant screen with the movie playing and you're doing the score over it.
Right.
The guy's like, it's just like some girl's like deep throat and a cock, like, but he's like, I'm not feeling it.
Yeah.
It's not getting there. Do I do an A minor? I don't know what it is.
He's got the wastebasket with all the crinkled up paper around it.
Yeah.
No.
It's like pulling his hair.
Or is it just a dude in his basement like, hey, I made this little clip.
Yeah.
And do they get paid for it?
I'm sure something, but not a lot.
Or do you think like Ronald Brazzers is just like getting music from a friend, Like, hey, yeah, my little cousin Joey, he's got a laptop.
Or Ronald Brazzer in high school had a band and his dream was to be a rock star, but he just never made it. He's like, so he's got a guitar sitting around the house like, I'll do it myself. He makes his own little mixes.
I think it'd be fun to make music that people fuck to.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because the music always drops out when it's
a
business
funky tune
time.
to fuck to.
Yeah. But I don't know. Maybe a little, like you make the bumpers for the show.
Yeah.
You bang these motherfuckers out.
Yeah.
It's awesome, man. Like they are so helpful. They're good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always like, make them 90s, dude. Make them 90s. They sound great. And you sent me like 3 the other day and I listened to all of them. I was like, dude, dropping that one in the folder, in the boys Dropbox folder of life. And yeah, man, that's so fun. But think about it. Stretch that out for 3 minutes. You got your porn tune.
I love doing that. I since I have stopped trying to write lyrics and like vocal melodies, I find it a lot easier just to like record a bunch of stuff.
Isn't it fun though?
Yeah.
Like to keep these little songs around 10 seconds.
Yeah.
It's like they got a beginning, middle, end, easy.
And it's almost like it first started out as a challenge. Like, how do I keep this under 10 seconds? Like, dude, if you break down every popular song, it's essentially just 3 minutes of 10-second snippets.
Yeah, that's it.
And they just loop it.
They're fun, man. It's fun to make. And I think it's a fun, expressive way just to like get an idea out.
Yeah.
And they're just quick and to the point.
So you should do that. You should pull up YouPorn or wherever you get your porn. Pornhub. I'm an Xvideos guy. I'm outdated, apparently. So you pull up and have it up on your thing, your television screen or your laptop or whatever. And then as you're watching it, have it muted and then do that.
I'm just going to get distracted though.
Make a loop.
I'll just make it without. I'll just think of the porn. I'll think of some steamy moment I've had some weekend recently and just reenact it in my brain and write the score.
But make sure you put it over something to see if it fits. Maybe, I don't know. I don't like, as a porn watcher, I was going to say I don't appreciate music in my porn. I just don't like it. It kind of takes me out of it.
Yeah.
Because then I'm just thinking about the music and what it takes me, because it's not like the 70s where they overdubbed everything. So even like the noises were kind of overdubbed. So you get like a, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And it's like just
really
off, you know?
Yeah.
But now it's like everything is, overhead mic. I almost have like lav mics, I feel like, the guy on his dick.
God, gross.
Yeah. So you hear all the squishes and all that with it. But then there's music over it. I don't know. It
can detract. I heard one, I don't know, maybe a month ago on one lonely weekday night. And I remember like being in the moment in my little me time and going like, that is a sick fucking bass line. And I started thinking about the music and I was like, man, I'm going to cop that for something.
But no, I bet what it was, like, you're watching and doing things you do when you watch, and you'll hear the bass line, like, that's okay. And you're like, man, he's going, that is a really good bass line.
Just beating to the beat.
Yeah. Then you just stop and go, hold on. Pull up Google. That scene. Who did the music for that? Who laid down that sick ass bass line?
Oh, it'd be sad.
Or you'll go through GarageBand and just find that's just the bass loop.
Yeah. Oh, it's funk number 4. That's it. Cool. Well, speaking of those wonderful bumpers, let's hear one right now.
You know what else is good?
What's that?
Anthem Brewing.
What you sipping on there, my friend?
That's the federal level sour cream ale, bourbon barrel aged.
They finally took sour cream and put it in a beer. Thank God.
It's a 2 distinct different tastes that come together. I like it.
Nice.
It's like a lemon. That's not a thing. A chocolate lemon cake. Why would that sound like it's something?
It can be.
If you had a lemon cake and you had a chocolate cake and you weaved them, yeah, it's good.
Kate and I were talking about pies the other night before bed.
I fucking love pie.
We were talking about throwing a pie party.
What?
Where it would just be a gathering of friends, maybe in my backyard when it cools down a little bit, and everybody would bring a pie. And we'd have a pie tasting, or not. That sounds too hipster.
I like that.
A pie party.
Desserts.
So we started Googling pies.
Yeah.
Thinking about pies.
Cream.
My favorite. Going back to the Pornhub thing. And I look over to her and I go, you never eaten a grape pie? And we got to thinking,
grape?
Is there such thing as a grape pie?
No.
There is.
No, there's not.
There is.
Are you fucking serious?
Like, imagine your standard apple or cherry pie.
Yeah, this is not one of those things like Google it and then you Google and it's like somebody's asshole is blown out or whatever.
No, but I started thinking, okay, when I was thinking of this grape pie, are you thinking like green grapes?
I'm thinking purple grapes.
Like some still life grapes or some orgy grapes.
I'm thinking, what?
Like orgy grapes, like, the old Greek orgies, like those kind of grapes.
Like they're still in the bunch. What I'm thinking is, so it looks like an apple pie, so it's a crisscross applesauce on the top.
Yep.
And you can see the purple grapes bunched together in it.
Green grape pie would just look like booger pie. It would not look good.
It would taste like asshole. I could a purple grape pie would be. I think that might taste okay.
I'm curious.
Weird.
So I Google image search and I found some grape pies and it looked pretty delicious, but they were all purple grape. But it got me to thinking about grapes. Man, I love grapes.
Yeah, it's a snack that you don't reach for very often.
Do you like grapes?
I love them.
When's the last time you bought a bunch of grapes?
Oh, dude, it's been a while. I want to say maybe a year ago. Diana we went through this thing, period of like she would get them, like just buy like a small little bunch, and we just like, you break a piece off, and you like snack on them while you're watching a movie or something.
Grapes are fun to eat.
Yeah.
Because you pull them off that stick, the grape stick, the grape bunch.
Yeah, well, you pull you have like a big bunch.
You got the big bunch,
and then there's mini bunches coming off of that bunch.
What's more fun than holding a little bunch of grapes?
Have you ever done the grape thing where you just feed yourself like a fat fuck? Just like,
oh yeah.
And
Or you ever skinned a grape?
No.
Yeah, you can actually skin a grape, but then it just feels like you're eating like an eyeball or something.
Isn't that what they do for like Halloween shit?
Yeah, the bowl of skinned grapes.
Ugh.
When I was a kid, we only got the green grapes. They called me the green grape kid.
Put that on the poor kid list.
Green grapes?
White onions, milk chocolate, green grapes.
I think you're onto something this time, because when I was a kid, I thought purple grapes were more expensive, or for the higher ups.
They just taste better.
They look better.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were a green grape household. Never saw a purple grape in my house growing up. But now it's like all I want are the purple. Like if I buy grapes, they're your classic purple grape. I will never buy a green grape again.
When you drink wine, what kind of wine do you like? Are you a red wine or a white wine guy?
I go through phases.
Mm-hmm.
I used to love a nice white wine, but now
it's from the green grape variety.
When I drink wine, which is rare, I like a red wine.
Me too.
Like I'm not a big like wine pairing with food kind of guy. Sure. Sometimes you just want some wine.
I'm just gonna say, your purple, your grape, they're different variations of wine grapes. But yeah, I remember as a kid, my mom would have like shitty fat kid snacks like oatmeal cookie pies and shit like that and fudge rounds. But she'd also have a shit ton of grapes. And I remember like just fucking really loving just getting a whole bunch, and I'd put them like in a paper towel and sit on my lap and just fucking pop them in my mouth and watch them, movie, thinking that it's healthy. There's still a shit ton of sugar in grapes.
Yeah, but it's good sugar, right? It's like natural sugar. I don't know. I think about grapes. You can't put grapes on a plate. First of all, you have to put them on that napkin. You have to put them in that little diaper napkin type deal.
That's pretty much it. Or if you just want to like hold them in your hand, because you're gonna eat the whole thing.
And the thing about a grape pie is you'd have to slice the grapes or mash the grapes, because else they'd just be shooting out like BBs when you took a bite of your pie slice.
True.
So
I've never heard of grape pie.
The other pie I was thinking about, which was an odd one, it was late in the night when I was thinking about all this.
Yeah.
A custard pie.
I have heard of a custard pie. One, I've never had custard.
Custard.
Wait. Frozen custard, right?
This isn't frozen, though. This is a custard pie.
I have had frozen custard. I was not a fan. It's a little buttery. Have you had custard?
I have had custard, not in pie form. Okay. I've had frozen custard, and I've had just like some custard.
When you hear when I heard the word custard as a kid, it always sounded like, they're in like what do you call those stories from your childhood?
Fables?
Fables. Tales? They talk about custard and curds and whey and all that kind of shit. Custard always sounded like a bowl of mayonnaise. Like that was what it would look like.
It doesn't seem sweet.
No, right? It seems like something kind of gross.
A custard pie sounds delicious, though. We Googled custard pie. It looked delicious.
You guys are just Googling pies.
We Google the weirdest shit at night in our little belly time together. The next day, took my lady out somewhere real nice.
Buffalo Wild Wings?
Close. Feast Las Vegas Buffet on Northwest Expressway. Used to be called Fuse Las Vegas Buffet.
Same location now?
Same location, same layout, maybe new management, new owners, something. Have you been to this place?
Never.
I know we talked about it long ago on the show.
I'll have to take my wife. She loves buffets.
And there's plenty of vegetarian stuff there to eat. So there you go. You're in.
I'm in.
The best part about that place.
Pies
as far as the eyes.
Pies aplenty, you would say.
So many pies. What's your favorite pie?
It's just going to be generic and fat kid, but to the chocolate silk. French silk pie.
I've never heard of a French silk pie.
It's basically...
I've heard of a chocolate cream pie. Is it different?
It's like, chocolate cream is like more like a mousse with like a whipped cream topping.
A meringue, perhaps?
A French silk pie is almost like a chocolate cheesecake.
Okay.
It's denser than the cream pie. It is so fucking amazing. And my mom makes the best French silk pie.
Sounds good.
It's fucking good.
I'm in. Pass a slice.
But I'm a pie over cake guy. I think cake is fucking disgusting. I think pie is
You
better.
think cake is disgusting?
Okay, maybe disgusting's
Yeah, a little
a
hot.
harsh word, but most of the time you get cake, it's that fucking yellow cake,
Like a sheet cake.
yellow sheet cake that Deborah brings to the office with that fucking shitty icing on top of it. Get it out of here.
And why you got to put flowers on a cake? Like, I don't mean real flowers like some
Decorative
hipster
flowers?
eatery. Yeah, like icing flowers. Like
too much icing.
yeah,
I don't
Oh,
like it.
I do not like icing, man.
Me
Like
either.
I love a basic sheet cake, whether it's yellow, white, chocolate, whatever.
Just plain.
Well, a little
Just like
frost.
nothing.
Yeah, just a loaf, just a flat loaf. No,
Mm,
and I do like some frosting, but keep me away from that corner piece
too much.
or the flour
Yeah.
or whatever. No, I just want just enough frosting just to moisten it up a bit.
Yeah. What's your favorite pie?
My favorite pie is the key lime pie.
Ooh,
Fucking love if it's good.
I steered away from that as a youngster because the color, I don't know what it was. It's the word key lime and then the color of it made me think this is going to taste way too sour. I'm not going to like it.
Mhm.
It's gross.
I didn't like it when I was younger,
Mm-hmm.
but nowadays, boy howdy, I cannot pass up a slice of key lime pie.
I'm glad we're bringing up pastries and desserts. Last night, my wife brought home a slice of fucking cheesecake from her work for me. We had dinner together, and after work, she presented the cheesecake, and we shared a slice. It's so fucking amazing. I think cheesecake is the best thing ever. This was a cheesecake that had, I think it was like some sort of a strawberry, some sort of berry rhubarb
you
in
gotta
the
have
middle
some
of it.
sort of topping.
And it wasn't a topping, it was in it.
Ooh.
And the top was like that, like nutty kind of, like that topping, like a nutty, crummy kind of a top.
Mhm.
Cheesecake is so fucking good.
But is a cheesecake a pie?
Yes.
I think so too. It's pie shaped.
Yeah.
It's got a crust,
But cheese pie doesn't sound good.
but it's got the word cake in it.
come on, we got New York style cheese pie.
Yeah, cheesy pie. No, I think
that's a pizza.
it's a pie. But
It's a pie.
even though it has the word cake in it,
It's a pie because it has a crust.
see, okay, good point. Good point. I do love a cheesecake. I love a turtle cheesecake.
Oh, fuck me in the ass. That was my favorite thing is to get Schwann's.
Yeah.
The Schwann's man
Yep.
would come and my mom would always be like, what do you want for Schwann's? I want chicken tenders and I want that fucking turtle cheesecake because I'm eating half of it. And when you get it, it always has that paper sleeve between each slice.
Yep. Nothing more gratifying than peeling that paper sleeve on a fresh slice of pie.
Oh, it's so good.
I love, when it comes to the cheesecake, though, I can't just eat like a plain piece of cheesecake. I mean,
No,
I
no,
can,
no.
but I gotta
I
have
prefer
that.
not.
I like the cherry gelatinous substance on top.
Cherry cheesecake's really good.
Oh my God, I need some pie in my life right now. I love pie, man.
Man, so you want to do a pie party?
I think it'd be fun.
Maybe you should do it on pie.
Gunk. No, thanks. I'll do it on Saturday. How about that? On a Saturday.
Any given Saturday.
I think it'd be fun, though.
I'm down. I think it'd be fun. And you could do it, invite everyone, be like, bring a pie. Let me know what kind of pie you're bringing so we don't have too many of the same pie.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
if everyone can bring apple, everyone can bring cherry, everyone can't bring rhubarb or key lime or blah, blah, blah. I'm definitely going to bring a French sub pie. That's just obvious.
basically, I'm going to create some sort of piearchy.
A pie chart.
Oh. I'm going to make a key lime.
Mhm.
Or I don't know, maybe I'll make a grape. Maybe I'll mix it up.
I would like to try a new pie. Like, make something up. Like a banana pie. Is that a thing?
Banana cream pie. Yep. Oh, I do love a good cream pie. My stepmom
I like
makes
making them.
a dope coconut cream pie. Dude, she makes pies that would just bring a tear to your eye. They're so beautiful. Like the meringue on top is like torched a little, so it's got, or baked in a certain way.
Yeah.
They're beautiful, man.
I love that.
Handmade deliciousness. And they're those pieces of pie that are like 6 inches tall.
Oh, yeah.
Just that heaving cream pie.
There's something about a pie that I think is superior to cake, and I can't put my finger on it or in it,
Or your dick.
or my dick in it. But
Would
it's
you
just
fuck a
that-
pie?
No. I remember that movie
Which movie?
It's called United States pie.
Yes. The U.S. pie.
It's like warm apple pie. He does the 2 fingers thing. It's so fucking skeevy.
It's creepy, dude. What's his name? Chris Klein?
Yeah.
That's a creepy moment in cinema.
Warm apple pie. Like, no, it's not.
No.
And here's the thing. So he tells you it's like warm apple pie, meaning that's a metaphor. It's a euphemism. It doesn't mean it feels like you're fucking a pie.
Right. It's as good as warm apple pie.
Right. Oh, I think I'll fuck this pie.
Yeah.
Wow.
Killer cinema, though. Great moment in cinema history.
Great film.
Speaking of pie, we got a piece of the pie recently.
Yep.
Non-Doc included us on the comprehensive list of Oklahoma podcasts.
That was nice.
It was real nice.
We shared the list with some other really great podcasts.
Yeah, I scrolled down the page a bit. We're about halfway down. No particular order. Mm-hmm. But one of the things that stood out to me, it said, listening to boys is like you're hanging out with your best buds. And I thought that was fun. Yeah, I thought that was a really nice thing to say.
Yeah, when I read that was my thought was, thank you. That's it. That's what we want. That's what I pitch it when we have guests come on. They're like, well, what are you guys all about if you haven't heard it? It's basically like that. It's like hanging out with your friends and just shooting the shit. Just
a couple semi-heterosexual males just talking about pies.
Talking about pies and making that country band. Man.
It's good.
It's really
Thank
good.
you, Non-Doc. We really appreciate that. You know, I love doing this show with you, man. Mm-hmm. I mean, this is my calling. Maybe more so than a country band. Mm-hmm. Maybe more so than a porn composer. I don't know what
porn composer.
But yeah, it's nice to see something like that out on the internet.
Well, it shows that like the fruits, those are the fruits of the labor. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, seeing something written up about it, or, you know, seeing people like post, like throw a sticker up somewhere, or, you know, tell a friend about it and it gets back to me, or, you know, being a bartender, seeing people all the time, and like a stranger will come up and be like, are you Boys Podcast? Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Because I guess there are a few pictures of us on the internet. Mm-hmm. We need new ones because we do look a little different. Well, you look a little different.
I look different every 2 months. I don't know what it is.
But you look great.
Oh, well, thanks, Josh.
You look great, but you haven't been feeling well.
No, I haven't, man. I have been sick again, you know.
I was going to say, Robbie, I think that you get sick more than anyone I know.
I'm a sick boy.
Yeah.
I don't know what there is about it. I don't eat that bad. I'm not terribly out of shape.
Well, your sicknesses are never like tummy related. It's always like congestion, cold, flu-y kind of stuff.
And you know what it is, man? I went to the doctor yesterday. Mm-hmm. I have an upper respiratory infection. They used to call me the upper respiratory infection kid. And he said,
Uric,
do you want to take an allergy panel? And immediately in my head, I was like, is that thing where they stab you with stuff over and over on your back?
Did you do it?
No.
Oh, you should do that, because that might be a thing.
I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Mm-hmm. But I didn't want to do it yesterday because I was already feeling shitty. I took the half a day off work. I went to the doctor. I just wanted to come home and rest.
So your doctor's like, listen, dude, you're in here a lot.
Yeah.
You're definitely allergic to something. Let's figure out what it is.
No joke. It's like every 4 months I get one of these.
Yeah.
Especially this time of year. And I'm thinking that it might be allergies. Maybe it's just severe allergies. When I was a kid, never had an allergy. Mm-hmm. Never. My aunt and my grandma and my mom, my dad would talk about these allergies. And I was like, what is this nonsense?
Yeah, me too.
Like,
same way.
Doesn't exist to me.
Yeah.
But maybe that's just part of getting older. Maybe
You're
I'm
making shit up. Yeah. Whenever I heard someone say that, like, I'm allergic, I'm like, you're a pussy. What are you talking about allergies?
Yeah, I'm running around outside all day and all night with my friends. Never a sneeze, never a watery eye.
Well, there's always like, you know, that kid in class who's like allergic to everything. Mm-hmm. And I was like, my allergies.
Yeah.
Like,
nerd.
Allergies to what? Like, you're not allergic. I'm allergic to jack shit. I probably am allergic to a lot. I've always wanted to do one of those allergy panels to see like what you're allergic to, or, you know, you can do like a vitamin, like see what vitamins you're deficient in or whatever. But I'm always afraid that the allergy panel will come back that I'm allergic to something that I fucking love.
Right.
It's like, hey man, you're allergic to chocolate. You're allergic to tortilla, like bread.
Oh my God.
Oh, that would suck.
That'd be the worst. I think that honestly, I have a slight allergy to beer.
Yeah.
Or something in beer. because anytime I drink a beer, I get a little red. I get a little warm. And it's not just that that happy warm feeling.
No, it's like
literally my face gets blotchy, my neck sometimes. Like if I'll drink a beer and it doesn't depend, not Anthem, but any other brand.
Yeah.
I'll get like splotches on my neck or on my cheeks.
Yeah, you should. It could be gluten, dude.
Could be
gluten.
I don't know, because I can eat a fucking sandwich and I'm fine.
Weird.
I don't know. We'll get to the bottom of it one of these days.
Get to your bottom.
Is that where they put the shots?
Maybe. I don't know.
No, they do it on your back. And dude, can I be honest?
Yeah.
I'm a little bit scared
of getting poked.
Oh, isn't there like 30 stabs?
When I hear people talk about it, I'm inquisitive. Like, I want to do, have you done it? Oh, yeah. And they describe it. I'm like, it sounds to me like, you know, in like movies or you know, do people even do this? Acupuncture, where it's like people with like a bunch of pins in their back.
Yeah.
I feel like it's that.
I'm afraid.
Yeah.
I don't like needles.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'll do it. I need to do it. It's one of those things in life that you just need to do.
Well, the older you get, because the more you avoid it or you don't see what you're allergic to, your immune system just starts to shut down the older you get. And it may not be a problem now, but, 20 years, it could affect you.
Yeah.
You can eat a peanut and die.
Oh, hope not. I love peanuts.
I love nuts.
So, but what if you were allergic to something that you need? Like, dude, every morning, I need a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
I'm not an all day coffee drinker, but I need a little coffee in the morning to get me going. Like, there's just something about it. I wake up, I need it to get awake. It's just part of this routine that I have.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like, I just need that. So what if they're like, oh, you're allergic to the coffee bean or whatever, or something in the coffee?
Ooh, that would be terrible. I love coffee.
I don't know.
I do.
What would be the worst thing that you'd be allergic to?
Man, it might be coffee. I do love coffee. Yeah, I would say coffee or potato.
Yeah.
I feel like I think my diet's very tater heavy.
I think it is too, because since you don't eat meat, like, you need something that sticks to the ribs a
breakfast.
little bit.
I don't eat potatoes all the time, but like when I go to breakfast, I'll get like a breakfast hash, or I'll get eggs with the side of potatoes. Trying to substitute something so I don't feel like I'm just spending $8 on breakfast and I'm going to be hungry in an hour.
Yeah.
'Cause let's be honest, eggs, no matter how you cook them, that doesn't do shit.
Yeah, eggs are shit.
I could eat a gigantic Big Ed's plate of eggs.
Big eggs.
Big eggs.
Yeah, eggs don't really stick to the ribs.
No.
I do love eggs, though.
Yeah.
I love eggs.
No. Well, hey, let's go get an allergy panel done together. Not
Should we?
together, but we should do them similarly, and we'll come back with our results. Oh, it'd be sucks.
That'd be such an interesting episode.
You are allergic to microphones.
Oh, no. You're allergic to listeners. Not yet. Dude, I'm loving this fucking weather outside.
I was about to say the same damn thing.
I just got a cool breeze.
Yeah.
And this morning when I woke up and went to work, I stepped outside and it was like the first morning of that slightly frosty nip in the air. And it wasn't cold, and we're not quite there yet.
No.
But we're on the verge of fall.
We're on the cusp. What's funny is I woke up this morning, got outside, and I immediately had that like I what's the word they use? Seasonal affective disorder, where you like get sad in the winter or whatever. I had a little pint of that. I'm like, oh, for some reason I had this like mopey, lethargic mood. And then when the sun came out, it like fucking immediately switched to like, fuck yes. Like I got this like a warm feeling of like joy. I fucking love the fall. It's my favorite time of year. And I didn't realize that until today. Like I got the feeling like that's what it is. It's Halloween coming up. I mean, I'm not gonna do like that whole Halloween's so fucking cool.
Right.
I don't think it's the dressing up. It's not the parties. It's not any of that. It's the weather that surrounds that holiday. It's not quite cold, but it's not hot anymore. You can layer. The sun's not beating down on you at all times.
You're not just sweaty, nuts sticking to your leg constantly.
Right.
Hot ass crack.
Leaves are changing colors to a beautiful, beautiful shade. it just gives me a really good feeling.
Yeah.
I fucking love the fall. It reminds me of being a child.
See, I feel like I have a little bit of that seasonal affective disorder, but it's a catch-22 because the fall is my favorite time too. Winter and fall, basically.
Yeah.
And I love that, man. Like I'd rather wear a hoodie and like pants.
Oh, if I can wear a hoodie all the time.
Yeah, than like shorts and a t-shirt and I'm still hot and there's nothing you can do about it.
I think mine stems from growing up a fat kid, and a hoodie's a really good way of covering that up.
It is.
So I think maybe that's like, even when I was like down to like 120, when I was like skinny rail thing, I'm like, put this hoodie on.
Well, it's
like,
just a nice, like, I don't know. I feel like a hoodie's kind of like a security blanket.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Yeah, you could pop that hood up, kind of seclude yourself, get out of it for a bit. And if you get too hot, unzip that shit, take it off. That's why I've never liked pullover hoodies.
You're a zip-up boy?
I'm a zip-up boy.
I like a pullover hoodie, but yeah, I mean, if you're talking about functionality, you can't touch a zip-up hoodie.
Well, yeah, if you get too hot, like, okay, say you're going to a rock and roll concert, or you're going to go see a country cover band.
Jet. We're going to see
You're
Jet.
going to go see Jet.
All right.
It's chilly outside, so you have that hoodie on. If it's a pullover hoodie, you go inside, it's going to be hot and sweaty. Then you got to pop it off.
And your shirt comes up.
And then people see your gut and your tits. And then you're going to hold on to the hoodie like you're a goddamn butler? No. You're going to tie it around your waist?
No.
With the zip-up hoodie, you just unzip that shit and let the air flow through.
Yeah, you just flap it open.
Flap it right
Flap it open. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. So if we were to make boys' hoodies, zip up all the way? Because we already got the crew neck sweatshirt that was just flying off the shelves.
I would say the zip up with on the chest have boys.
Have a little something on the back?
A little something on the back.
All right. I'll get to...
Maybe something down the sleeve.
No.
How about a side print, like a revolver or something?
Dude,
know?
I'm glad that came and went.
Dude, yeah.
The t-shirt with the side print.
I don't know why they did. And looking back, they kind of rip you off.
Why is that?
Well, you're paying... Like, say you went to a show and you bought a band's t-shirt, it was $20, but it's a side print. No one's going to see it if I have a jacket on.
Or a hoodie.
Yeah,
that's true. I never thought about that.
But then they made those jackets when like they're track jackets, the cotton track jacket, the zip up, it doesn't have a hood. It's all the way zip up, collar. But they would do a side print on that too.
Oh, okay. Well, that's okay. I just think that's a fad that I'm glad kind of left. I get the print right on the chest, right in the middle.
What was it in the early 2000s that we had to do everything on the side? Sideways belt, side print.
Side hat,
lip piercing on the side. What? We're weird.
I don't know, man.
Weird times.
Fuck symmetry is what I like to say.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I don't know. I'm glad it's gone. Man, looking back, there are some bad choices made by me and the ones that I love.
Jet. Listening to Jet.
I'm gonna dust off the old Jet CD tonight.
Yeah?
I don't have one.
What was it called? Born to
Come.
Born to Come.
No, that's a great one though. Does it hold up? I'm curious about that now.
Me too. I've thought about that. I was walking around the shop yesterday and I started singing that.
Which one?
I 1, 2, 3, take your hand and come with me. And they're like, is that you singing Jet? I'm like, yeah. I didn't like them back then, but I think that might hold up. It seems timeless.
It's a catchy tune.
Yeah.
I'll give it that.
I don't know.
I liked Cold Hard Bitch. I kind of liked it. I was like, yeah, it's kind of got a sneer to it.
But here's the thing. If you do Cold Hard Bitch and that other one, Are You Gonna Be My Girl, the vocal melodies are almost identical.
Oh, yeah.
There's not a big well to dig from in there.
I think they had like one ballad too.
Oh, that one?
I don't remember.
Damn it.
I don't know. That sounded like Oasis to me.
It does.
Driving home from work today, I usually listen to podcasts or a radio show or something, and I was like, man, I'm going to listen to some music.
Yeah.
I was all amped up on caffeine.
Fuck those things.
I know. Fuck them. And bang energy drink. Had one today. I was feeling a little down around break time. Slammed one of those jokers, and boy, was I just, as you could hear from the beginning of the show,
cranked up.
Cranked. I was banged.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, I'm going to listen to some music, man.
What you put on?
I put on Weezer Pinkerton.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just thought about Weezer Pinkerton.
Did you shuffle play or to start from the
start
first
from
track?
the top?
Okay.
I'm a start from the top kind of guy.
Yeah, I don't like shuffling either.
I'm not a shuffler. I'm an album guy. So I put it on. driving home on the turnpike, fried pie in hand, ready to hit that turnpike to come home. Trying to write a song here. And I was listening to it, and it was the remastered version on Spotify. I had it cranked up in my car. And man, I was thinking to myself, this is music, man. Like, this is good to me. Like, the drums sound awesome. The bass tones are great. The vocals are awesome. You know, it's not some bastardized thing. And, you know, of course, there's great new music out there. I like all kinds of shit, but it really struck a chord with me, so to speak. I was really into this album that I've heard so many times, but haven't heard in a long time.
Were you singing along?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, loudly.
Yeah. I love that feeling where you... That's one of the best things is like driving. I remember like I found myself doing that, singing along in the car the other day, and I'm at a stoplight and someone pulls up next to you and you stop singing along, or you start like mouthing like, and then I laughed out loud because I was like, I've been doing this since I was 16.
Oh yeah. Just
blaring songs and singing it by myself. Or if you and I were driving together, riding in a car together, we'd do harmonies. That's super fucking fun. But Weezer, the first 2 records hold up.
Oh yeah.
They will both be timeless records. I think Pinkerton probably more so than the Blue album because they were better songs, I think.
I think you're right. And I love, quote unquote, rediscovering an album that you loved so much in the past. But there's a certain magic in the math behind it. Like, you can't do it too often.
Yeah.
You know, it has to be X amount of years.
Yeah, you don't want to burn it out.
You can't like rediscover something monthly. Maybe not even yearly. It has to be like a few years, couple years. There's a magic number in there somewhere in between. And I hadn't listened to Pinkerton in years.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard a song here and there off of it, you know, but there was something like every next song that would come on, I'd be like, fuck, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Like, they just segued so great.
You forget like, because you think, oh yeah, there's a couple of really good songs that I really liked. And you're like, nope, I liked all of these. These are fucking great. I did that recently with Jimmy World's Bleed American. Like, you know the hits or whatever, but as an album, that's a fucking great record.
And I think with that time in the rediscovery, it evokes those feelings even better. Like that nostalgic, fuck, this is good. I remember why I like this so much. You know? And I like to feel that. We talk about nostalgia all the time on this show, but I don't want to be a product of nostalgia. I don't want to live nostalgically, but I do love the feelings that something like that moment gives you, you know?
Yeah. Man, I had, I want to say it was a moment, but it's more like an entire afternoon of, I don't really know the word to describe it. It's nostalgia, but negative nostalgia. Like, where you start thinking of the things and you get kind of not sad, but depressed in a way about it.
Like what?
Well, my wife and I we went to some thrift stores and getting some new inventory for the shop, Champion Vintage, OKC. And as we were doing it, I got like this nostalgic move, like going to the thrift store and like trying to find and all that stuff. And then I just got this like feeling of, you used to do that. You're older now, but you're still doing that in a different way for a different reason. I don't know. It's like this weird vibe of like, not a girl, not yet a woman kind of a thing. Like, I'm not an old man, but I'm not a young man anymore. I'm a youngish man becoming an older man.
Well, you're an older young man or a younger old man.
Exactly. And my thing is like going back and listening to a record you haven't listened to in a long time, you get that kind of a feeling. It's, where am I feeling the feelings of like looking back on childhood and like, man, those were really good times. I'm really glad that I grew up when I did. I feel like if I'd have grown up 10 years earlier, it would have sucked. If I would have grown up 10 years later, it would have sucked. I feel like, but I think every generation feels that way. But my thought, and then I started thinking like, well, in 20 years, am I going to look back at now and have like nostalgic memories for now?
Totally.
Music wise, will I? No, because I'm listening to the same shit I did 20 years ago. The things will pop in here and there.
Yeah.
But it's not like, I don't think there's a record I could go back to from 2018 and be like, oh shit, yeah, this record is so fucking on. You know what I mean?
I feel you. I mean, I think that they're more rare as I get older.
Yeah.
But I think I can look back and go, man, 2017 is when I heard Salad Days by Mac DeMarco for the first time.
Right.
And in 20 years, I'm going to look back and be like, damn, that was a good record.
Yeah.
You know, but then for that, there's records like that Casey Musgraves girl. She put out an album. I guess it was this year, I believe. And I stumbled upon it, and it's just like this country-ish kind of indie.
Yeah.
And I was feeling it, man. Like I was like, damn, this is a good album. It's so fun. It's so beautiful. And it is great. But I don't think that's an album I'm going to look back 20 years from now and be like,
well, right. Because
damn, that was a game changer.
How often did you bump that record?
I played it a lot.
Yeah.
Like,
do you still?
No.
Do you play that Mac DeMarco record?
Every once in, it's on like a play, like not the whole record, but there are songs on a playlist.
I think it might also be another. It was like this like cycle of thoughts. Driving home from work when I was like in my 20s and just listening to like when Alkaline Trio Good Morning came out, I was just blaring that shit nonstop. But you know, I was driving home to drink beers with my friends, and that's it. My responsibility ended at 3:00 when I was off of work.
Right.
You know,
totally.
And the weekend was no responsibilities whatsoever. I didn't have a dog, didn't have a girlfriend. I was just hanging out. Zero responsibility other than going to work so I can pay for beers and rent.
Right.
But now it's like I get off of work and I put some music on and I drive home. My responsibilities are I have to take my dogs out. I got to feed my dogs. I have to get dinner ready with me and my wife, and then I got to spend time with my wife. And then it's go to bed, do the same shit. Weekends, got to get shit done around the house. Like there's no like, I don't feel like there's any time to really soak in and enjoy something like you used to, like to be able to
I feel like it's a struggle. I feel like you have to make time, but my free time, I just feel like I waste so often. Like
right.
I don't ever sit around and just savor the moment of having some free time. I mean, I can like veg out and play a video game for an hour or two,
right?
But it's like there's always that next thing. Like fuck, I got to get that yard mowed.
Yeah.
I got to go to the grocery store. I got to write out those bills. I got to do this. I got to do that. But I remember when I was younger, I could just waste a day doing nothing.
Yeah.
But now I feel like I'm really wasting a day if I'm doing nothing.
Yeah. I had that same thought. The second thought after the one where I was like, oh man, I used to drive around and do all that. No, I don't have to. But then my thought goes, my adult brain goes, but how many of those days did you waste doing that? How many Saturdays did you waste waking up, getting stoned and playing Tony Hawk all fucking day? Now at the time I really enjoyed it, had a great time, but thinking back, like I could have done more with my time.
Yeah, but I mean, really, if you think about it,
I did what was going to be done.
Yeah, and if you're enjoying yourself, like,
right.
Is it wasted time? Like if I want to play a PS4 game for 4 hours on a Friday when I'm off work,
right?
Is that really wasting my time, or is that just maintenance on my sanity?
Sure.
You know,
like kind of like what's different than that than going to a movie?
Yeah,
you know,
or reading. It's like I'm reading text on a screen. I'm engaging. I'm working my manual dexterity.
You're escaping from life in a way. Like anything you do that's not 100%, about keeping your life in order, i.e. bills, your responsibilities. Anything other than that is kind of a form of escapism.
Yeah.
And that's not a bad thing. So playing video games is escapism. Reading a book is escapism. Working out, in a way, is kind of escapism.
Anything can be, and anything in moderation is fine. But then overdoing it, that's where it becomes a problem. And I don't think I've ever had a problem with overdoing something like that, So that's a good place to be.
Yeah.
You know where else is a good place to be?
BoysPodcast.com.
I was going to say right here at the table with you.
Dude, I really love, this is something that keeps me, I don't want to say, when people say that, it keeps me sane. I'm not a crazy person, but you know what I mean? Like, it's, I really enjoy doing this. Like, more than any band I've ever been in or done. This is, I like doing it because I get something out of it. I get to talk. I get to listen to you. I get to hear dilly over here. And whatever gets me, I get to meet new people, learn new things, and kind of talk about shit that's going on.
Yeah.
And people, reacting to it and giving verbal feedback and written feedback, and that they're enjoying it. It's nice to know that I'm doing something that people enjoy. Like being in a band, you play a show and people like clap or whatever, but that's about it.
Yep.
They'll buy your CD. No one's going to be like, hey man, your band is kick ass.
Right.
I go to all your shows. Basically, that's what it is. If we have like recurring listeners to our show, which we do, we have a listenership. We have a...
Yeah.
And They're coming to all of our shows
every week.
every week. Thank you for coming to this show.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. It means the world to us. It's very cathartic for me as well. Yeah. And you know, when I do get to talk to people about the show here and there, it's like, you know, we're not this laugh a minute trying to be hilarious comedy, improv, whatever. Ugh. But like we just, man, we just get real, and sometimes we're silly, sometimes we're serious. And I just appreciate people listening week after week. I see the numbers. We see the numbers. Thank you guys so much. Again, just tell a friend. This is good for you. It's good for us. And we'll see you next week.
Bye.